go. Are we live? Are we live? Is everything working? Let's see. Should be live. There we go. Sorry for the inconvenience there and the time those stupid copying updates, but it's just enough to catch the end of it because of the 5-minute delay they gave me, which I thank them for. Let's see. As we are now in round 1 of the season opener in Championship Division, and we got almost a full grid. We got Smith in, Kieran is in, Matty is in, Rusty is in, Boswan is in, Beertje is in, Rodo is in, Tonchek and Dino reserves for Williams tonight, but they are in. Exciting to see them back in the championship. Gui is in, Danos is in. Danos returned. Another one, as the moment I switch to him, he crashes. NX6 has gone down to the championship. Snelle Henk, of course, in the Red Bull. Smithy is a reserve as well. Big Shrek, we know him. The Chaos, Inorganic and Jeweler, and that is the full grid. But in the meantime, we can see a very close gaps between Smith and Kieran. And Kieran again having a good qualifying. So is Matty, and I don't know. I think Bob Spum was on pole last time, but there's only half a second between the top 7. Rodo, of course, winning the race in Bahrain, the preseason one. We don't get points for that. So this is the first race of the season then, where we're really starting, and it is in Qatar, and I like this track. But let's see. Tonchek is on a lap. He is a reserve, but he will potentially score points if he does continue. He isn't removed from the standings because is not an entity reserve. Bit of a moment there. Don't check. He was quick last time out, but it was on the last game for when he was here. And Mr. Inorganic joining us. Welcome to the stream and looking forward to season 8. Yeah, for sure. Quite a long season, of course, with 2 weeks breaks with the holidays and New Year. So another long season. We're looking forward to this battle, and if we can keep this up with 19 drivers every week, I'm looking forward to it. Tonchek improves, but not a position. Then it's one of the Haas drivers, which Gui. Gui goes 4th fastest. Then it's Dino behind. Is he on an improvement? Yeah, slightly. He moves up ahead into P10. Then it's an Alfa Romeo, but he's on an out lap. A great lap from Gui. 6.5 tenths up on his previous time. And moves himself into the 2nd row. As Rusty has started his lap. Beertje is on the lap. And Jeweler maybe, but Beertje is the one running up front. Almost got the win last week. He was very close, but this time, let's see what he can do. Currently P7, he's up on his time. About half a tenth, but move him up to P6. That is wide, and it is very wide. And he could go one slow lap and save, but I don't know if he has the fuel for it. NXX in chat saying he just picked up orange rear wing. Yeah, I saw that, but can you not get that removed like in the pit, or does that stay for the whole session? Because otherwise you are, you have a big problem. Next up, Rusty. Rusty in P5. He's doing well this season. Rusty is. I think he DNF'd though last week, but he's showing some strong pace in the Alfa Romeo. His teammate down in 18. P18, Mr. Inorganic, of course. Some call him Mr. Alfa Romeo, but so you can call Rusty that as well, because I only know Rusty from Alfa Romeo. Rusty doesn't really improve. Someone is on an outlap. Then we got one of the Aston Martins, and that is Jeweler probably. He invalidated, and then it's Big Shrek, but I don't know if he's going on a lap. Looks like he is. Ooh, still not track limits there. Behind him is a McLaren on an outlap, so we don't need to focus on that one. He doesn't really improve. Chaos then. Can he improve? Currently quite far down the grid as Danos retires from the session. He moves up 1 position. And then it's the Mercedes of either Smith or... No, there's only one Mercedes, but he's starting his lap. Then it's a Red Bulls on an out lap, both are on an out lap. A McLaren starting the laps. An Alpine. And that might be Rodo. Rodo is on the lap. I think the flag is almost out. The Williams won't improve, Birch won't improve, Guye won't improve, but what can Rodo do? Flag is out now. And Rodo jumps to P3, but is 1,000 behind Kieran there. And then it's not enough. Let's see if someone else is going quicker. It might be one of the Red Bull or the Aston Martins of Bob Spun. And he's getting a DRS from Inorganic there. Or a slipstream. As Bob Spun moves to P5, but so does Inorganic jumps to P6. And a very good qualifying there at the end for him. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Jubiler stays in 19th. We got Big Shrek, but also Kieran behind. Let's see, Kieran invalidated, then we go to Big Shrek. Big Shrek jumps to P16. And then it is Smith, the reserve in the Ferrari. And Smithy stays in that position, then Smith. Oh, it doesn't improve, but I think it might be enough. At last, Matty invalidated. Then Snelle Hank, maybe. Don't know how quick he is, but it's a very close gap. Smith. No, Snelle Hank moves up to P10, so it's Smith on pole position then. And I don't know who that is in chat. Say the Ionot Cosmin. So, good evening to you. And yeah. Invalidation on the final corner for Kieran there. And look at the gaps. 1,000 of a... Oh, 5 clays grip penalty, illegal blocking. I don't know where that happened then. Because I think that happened after everyone is finished. Yeah, he's not in control. That bit of weird thing, but he will drop down to the final place then. But 1,000 of a second, Rodo is behind Kieran. Very close gaps here. Matty couldn't improve on the final lap, he's P4. And then we got Bob Spun, champion from First Division last season, is in P5. And then we got Inorganic in P6. Only, wow, 2,000 ahead of GUI there, but very good lap from Inorganic, and I didn't expect that, to be honest, so well done to him. Ahead of his teammate Rusty there, but only just, as the top 8 is covered within 2/10. Oh, it's Cosmo. Oh, okay. Well, good evening, Cosmo. And yeah, that's very close qualifying. That's what we like to see, of course. Beertje in P9, Snelle Henk is P10, both Williams in P11, P12, 4Killer in P13, Donald's P14, NX6 in P15. Big Shrek will drop down to P19, and Smithy is P16, Chaos P17, Jeweler P18, and Shrek then in the final position. And let's see who can take the first win and the first who are the first point scorers this season. Yeah, well, Inorganic, very well done. I do have to say that. And as we're waiting for everyone to ready up. Fuck me, why did I do this? Close. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing a few things here. I need to close a few things on my laptop, which is also where I can see the stream, of course. So we're waiting for the guys to ready up, of course. We're still waiting for that. And there we are. Let's see, 29 laps then. We didn't, it's not a long time ago we did this race, and it was a very exciting race in my opinion. I don't know the strategies anymore, but it was clearly medium to hard, I think. A one stop, but let's see. So Smith is on the mediums, then Kieran and Rhoda on the hards, Matty is on the mediums, then from P5 to P10 all on the hards, and then behind most of them on the mediums, and then Danos and NXX is on the hards, and same for Chaos. So weirdly enough, the front runners are on the hards and the back markers are on the or the back markers, the lower half is on the mediums. Normally you see the guys, well, down in the bottom half of the grid choose the hards to jump and do a different strategy, but interesting dynamic here. And we are waiting, of course, to ready up. To the grid for the start of season 8 already. The last time that was the thing. Last time we had the F1 World liveries around here with the stupid EA update. As we are lining up for the green, Matty disqualified and Tonchek disqualified so far. Fall Killer as well. Will we see someone else? No, everyone should be fine. Okay then. It is the start of a new season in RPM. For the first time we have 2 divisions and the championship starts today. On the Tuesday it's 5 red lights and a jump start already for Danos, but we are off. And let's see. Oh, Smith has a bad start. It is already Kieran into the lead. And Smith drops down to P4, I think. Good start from Matty there. Collision between the Alfa Romeos. Behind. Bob Spahn moving up. Inorganic dropping a few positions. Let's see if everyone else gets through cleanly there. Switch to the front. But Kieran got away. He's into the lead. Followed by Matty, then Rodo and yellow flag, and that is the Alpine of Chaos, and then Smithy also dropped down. But Smith immediately putting pressure on Rodo as he lost 3 positions in that first corner there. A very bad start for him. And Inorganic, a little bit of a train behind him already. Big gap. Does he have damage? Just a question. It will compromise his race a lot because he's on those hard tires. Fall Killer putting pressure on Dino. And Gui's also lost a lot of places. Up the inside, Dino goes a Fall Killer and Jeweler has to avoid there. Because of that, Danos goes up the inside. But they are fighting and now Shrek is gaining positions because of that. And so is Chaos behind. Danos going in. He has that drive through. Fall Killer, different move. As Kieran says, the fastest lap. And I see Beertje in the distance overtaking Inorganic. But that is NX6 behind, up the inside. And he's passed and he's not behind his teammate. So both Hasses in P10 and P11 ahead of the Williams. And let's see near the front. Close fight. Smith is right behind. Yeah, but track limits will be a big part of the racing today and of the outcome probably. As we see the strategies at the bottom, medium softs or hard mediums. I don't think medium softs is doable around here, but I don't know. We will see. Maybe someone takes a gamble. Very close fighting at the front. Quickly, oh, contact between both Haas drivers. I think there was contact between both Haas drivers, and now Tonchek got past. He overtook the both of them, and NX6 dropped down to the championship and is struggling currently in P12. And I know he had rear wing damage in qualifying, that's why he's not further up the grid, but currently making contact with your teammate is not something you want to do. And I think Gunther will not be too happy about that. Oh, and look at that. Top 4 all got the fastest lap. It's just slightly a bit different than Beertje now in the free air, of course. Closing in, Fall Killer into the pits. DRS is enabled. Everyone is very close. All within a second. And almost Bob spun as well. Otherwise the top 6 would have been within a second of the car ahead of them. But Smith is putting pressure, and so is Rodo on Matty. Oh, I need to put on the there we go, telemetry. Now I can see what everyone is doing in terms of ERS. Smith and Matty clearly have the most of them. Rodo's used the most of it. And Inorganic is dropping back a bit on those hard tires. But NX6 now ahead of his teammate and is fighting Tonchek again for P10 in this race. I'll quickly switch back to the front as Smith is within the DRS now of Rodo. Both have DRS, but it's 1.5 tenths using the DRS. So Rodo isn't using it, and then Smith up the inside. No, Rodo stays there. Ahead around the outside. Can he hold on? Look from behind. Rodo now is the inside, and Rodo stays ahead. But then here's the switchback of Smith. Smith is right underneath Rodo here, but oh, he can't get past. Well done by Rodo to defend there. He's almost pushing him through the corners. Smith really has more pace maybe here. But now everyone behind is also closing in, and Rusty is right behind Bob Spun here. Smith still pushing 2 tenths. I can't really go down to watch the rest of the grid there. Inorganic now dropped him to P11. And he's under pressure from Gui. He had a good qualifying, but the race pace is struggling a bit now. To be fair, he is on those hard tires, but so are most of the guys around him as well. But it is only lap 4. Smith Bob spun outside of DRS this time. Maybe Rusty can have a bit of a move. Bad exit from Rodo there. Rodo still has a DRS. He's pushing away, but not using any. As Matty's also going for the move at the inside. And Matty takes the lead of the race there. I missed that a bit. As Kieran is now overtaken. Rodo still ahead of Smith, and Rusty still behind. But Kieran overtaken into turn 1 there with the DRS. And it is Matty back in front. 4 teams fighting for the win currently. And Smith still in the Mercedes. Matty, his old teammate, is now in the Red Bull. Kieran and Rodo still in their old teams. As Rodo is in the Alpine and Kieran is in the McLaren. We saw Kieran's first win in Vegas, the final round of last season. The race before Brazil is won by Rodo. And Rodo actually won in Bahrain as well. So you could, maybe these 4 guys could be described as favorites. And if we get a, I mean, we had a great fight for the championship last season going to the final race. But if we will have 4 drivers competing for a title, that will be even crazier. Smith, then again, can he get past, or is Rodo using most of his ERS? No, they both not use. any of it. Oh, and Kieran having a go around the outside. Can he hold on those harder tires? And also Bob spun and Inorganic, but Inorganic lost out. And Kieran now putting pressure. He's losing, and quickly need to check behind. There's NX6 is now up to 8. P8, the Snellenk is now in P9, Tonjek P10, Gui P11, and Inorganic dropped down to P12 with a big fight here in the midfield as well. But I focus is currently at the front because there's a lot happening and I can't keep an eye out on both situations because we only have one stream. So yeah, this is becoming a 6-way fight now for the lead as they're all within DRS. And it looks like Kieran has got the most ERS now. Need to keep an eye out on NX6 as well, as he was closing in, or he's closing in on the top quite rapidly, as he's now moved up to P8 already on those hard tires as well. And again, Smith so close behind, but he's just either saving his ERS or he's not going past. This time though, Kieran following, he's not using any DRS, but ERS, but Matthew of course doesn't have any DRS. And around the outside again this time, can he make it stick? Up the inside goes Matty. And Matty got the exit now, but Kieran is up the inside for the next part. Let's follow behind. And Matty around the outside holding on. Kieran, will he go up the inside here? I don't think he will. Oh no, he's holding on, but Matty gives him the room. Oh, fighting through here, and now there comes Rodo. And Rodo's past, Rodo up the inside. Oh, there's contact. Rodo and Matty hitting each other, and they're dropping down. And that means that Kieran now is in the lead. He has a second gap now to Smith. Bob Spun is into third. Matty still P4. Rusty P5. But Rodo's P6. And now Rosebridge and NX6 all close in. We got 8 cars currently all within DRS after 7 laps. Still fighting for the lead. And Rusty is putting pressure on Matty. But yeah, because of the fighting, Rodo thought he had a chance and he went up the inside. Matty probably thought he gave him enough space, or it was his corner. And they collided. But yeah, Rusty now putting pressure on. I don't think they got any damage though, as NX6 is also having a go on Rosebridge ahead. But there's a lot happening now. I think Kieran has quite a big cap. There's big caps here. But then Rusty, can Rusty go for a move? He's thinking about it, but he isn't going for it. NX6 on the inside. Past Bircher, but Bircher does the switchback. Now Rodo is very close behind. Rusty doing a different move there, but he was a bit cautious on the throttle there. And NX6 now up to P7, and he can see other guys fighting ahead. And I don't think you will get better racing than this for a lead. I mean, we see 8 cars fighting for the win right now, for the lead basically. And remember, only the top 12 gets points. So it's basically almost like the whole grid is either fighting, either you end up with like 5 points or you end up with a win here. And this is what we want to see, of course. New race, new start of the season. And hopefully this motivates everyone to keep being available for next week as well. And the weeks after every round. Because we want to get in. So yeah, all these guys, as we like to see this racing. But now Smith right behind Kieran, quite equal on ERS. Can Smith retake his P1 as Big Strike got a 3-second time penalty for a track limit? Sorry for the guys behind, but I can't really keep up. And Smith is passed into turn 1. Smith is back into the lead. Let's see behind, as NX6 is very close behind Rodo, and Rodo's close behind Rusty, but Rusty's still in P5. Bircher can't really keep up yet. And those hard tires. But Bob Spun outside of the DRS, Rusty outside of DRS. Matty though, right behind Kieran as well. And Matty needs to get past Bob Spawn if he wants to keep close to the leaders, as they're starting to pull a gap now to Bob Spawn. Bob Spawn is on those hard tires, but he's saving a lot of ERS. But he knows he will be vulnerable when he's outside of that DRS. And he doesn't have it on the straight. There's only one DRS zone, but it is a big one. Rusty also outside of DRS, got 2 cars right behind him, fighting for a position. And let's see, Snalenk and Gui right behind Tonchik, and Organic still in P12. Backstrack was doing well, moved up to P13, but has the penalty now as Chaos is in P14. Then Danos down, Fall Killer's down, Dino's down, Jeweler's down. I think they might have had some spins of some sort. But there we go. Kieran closing in. He is not going for it. Behind he is. Matty around the outside of Bob Spawn. Again contact with Matty and another competitor for the lead. And Rodo has passed Rusty Orkan, and that's what he needed to do. NX6 now behind him. And Rodo can push again after Matty. But Matty has some sort of contact between Bob Spawn. I couldn't really see it too well. But I think yeah, Matty will be very frustrated with this. It might motivate him to do better, but it's not what he wants to see, of course, getting chopped twice by his competitors now. But Smith is back into the lead. Kieran still in P2. But Bob Spawn is helping the front runners as he's keeping Matty behind so far, and he's 1.6 behind Kieran. Rodo can he close in? We will have to see. NX6 is slowly losing a bit of time to Rusty there. And those are quite equal gaps here behind him. And Inorganic behind. Oh, in P12 for the final points paying position. And Ebron behind that outside of the points. And NX6 gone in. And the question is, did he pick up damage or is he just going early? Switch to Matty then. Matty now is paused, and Kieran was outside of the DRS this time. Bob Spawn slotting in behind, and Matty used a lot of DRS to get past there, but he's on those mediums. Can he catch up? And X6 will probably drop down to P14, looks like. And let's see, Rusty. Oh, Kieran, 3-second time penalty for track limits, and that could be very crucial with the gaps this close. And it's a mistake you don't want to make on lap 11. Well, you don't want to make it during any time, at any point in the race. But yeah, it's a bit early, and there's still a lot of chance to get extra track limits. But he will be cautious now because he knows he has that 3-second time penalty. But the late safety car could really cost him a lot of points here and positions. Bob Spawn on those hards. Still following Matty. Matty's 1.8 behind Kieran and 1.2 behind Smith. So Smith now, once he's released into the in free air, he really has strong pace. Rodo slowly closing into Bob Spawn. Rusty's still hanging on. But then behind Gui. A half second behind Tonchak here. And he's the first one maybe to make a move. But Tonchak this time does have DRS. And then was 3-second time penalty as well for track limits. A lot of fighting going on. Bob Spawn had a little look there. Couldn't quite get past here. Now Tonchak and Gui right behind Bridges. Bridges 3 seconds behind Rusty. Bridges was close at one point, but seemed to be struggling a bit on the pace as Chaos and his past Fall Killer picks up a penalty, but Chaos, ooh, and Shrek fighting a lot. I like Shrek. He's an aggressive driver, but in a good way, and he's a strong driver as well. He's maybe a bit unlucky at the starts. But yeah, Shrek now dropped down to P13, and NX6 is right behind this little battle at the front. Kieran has 2.1 seconds, 2.2 now to Matty, and he's almost dropping Matty outside of the 3-second penalty window. Matty may be struggling on his tires now as the mediums will start to go off and the highs will start to become better. As you can see, Bob Spawn is still holding on. With that DRS, Rodo is now in the DRS as well behind. And Rusty dropped outside of the DRS. And same for Inorganic, he's back in the DRS as well. So some people maybe starting to get a bit better later into race, more race pace. And here we go. Gooey, but I saw some big Shrek maybe making a move. Yes, no, he's not using any ERS. And he's still right behind Gooey. Now, 4 tenths. Yeah, in turn check. But let's have a look. Kieran almost back within that 1 second there. They're gaining a lot of time on the medium runners ahead. Rodo's right in this DRS battle now as well. And I wonder if Matty will report Rodo for that little incident. We will have to see. Obviously, the people watching, if you're members from RPM, you will see the results soon, but we have to wait until the stewards agree. Maybe you can see what the real Smithy picks up. Smithy, not Smith, picks up a penalty for track limits. We will have to see next week what the finalized results were, if there were any incidents. With Bob Spawn close behind. But so is Rodo. Not a lot of information on track limits. Inorganic past Snelle Henk. And Snelle Henk picked up a penalty as well. I might have missed that. Yeah, it's 3 seconds, so the bottom 5, except for Dino, all have penalties. Shrek is in. And Chaos is in P12, but NX6 is now right behind him, trying to get that final position. As someone went in from the top. I don't know who it was actually. Oh yeah, of course, NX6 was the one that went in. Still a lot of people like within half a second, but not getting past. So we're getting to the halfway point of this race. Rodo's right behind them. Let's see NX6 on Chaos. Up the inside of... Oh, I wouldn't stick it up the inside here. Birch is in to the pitch on the hard tires, doing more laps on mediums. Well, equal amount as Gooey's overtaking Tonchak. Inorganic. Oh, they're overtaking Birch, of course. Oh, Birch. And let's see. I keep an eye on the date timing on the left. As NX6 moves past, he still has full ERS. Oh, cutting across quite sharp there. And they are ahead of Birch. Birch will follow behind. As NX6 is now back up to P11. Oh, someone went a bit wide. I don't know who it was there. I think it might have been Rusty. As Rusty's now 2.3 behind. Gaps are starting to get bigger now. Of course, we saw some drivers coming in. A lot of change happening. Big Shrek overtaking Fall Killer. Smithy is in again. Oh, Kieran again. And that's 6 seconds now. And as he's going in, he will be frustrated. Going to the mediums though, trying an undercut. Smith might stay out longer to go to the softs potentially. Bob Spawn and Rodo also in. So hard runners going in earlier than the medium runners. But yeah, 6 seconds of worth of penalties. Bob Spawn, 5 seconds in the pit lane. Oei, ay. Crucial penalties. These penalties. Big gaps near the front now. Let's see. Where is NX6 compared to these guys? We got everyone in. Snelle Henk is in. Inorganic is in. Gooey is in. Rodo is in. Kieran is in. And Bob Spawn is in. So the 6 cars ahead of him are in. Let's see where he ends up. I think he was behind Rodo, but ahead of his teammate. And there is Rodo, but he has temperature on his way. Oh, he does have 5 lap all mediums. Maybe he's just behind Rodo. Oh, pushing so hard there in X6. Really pushing hard. Big Shrek now the fastest lap as he moves up to P14. A lot of fighting going on. Beertje is right behind Chaos and he's getting past now. Wow, Beertje for P9. Well done. This is one of the Ferraris right behind the Alfa Romeos there, yeah. Let's see who else is going in. Smith stays out. Matty stays out. Rusty's coming in. Let's see where he will end up. But yeah, Bob Spahn and Kieran both have penalties. And as it stands, Rodo would jump 2 more positions then. Tom check continues. He's up into... Oh, NX6 now a 3-second time penalty as well. And those are a lot of penalties starting to come in. And yeah, they will be very crucial now to see what will happen later on in the race. There is Rusty. Rusty, as Rodo is going past Bob Spahn, then after on the outlap after the pits, Rusty is losing a lot of positions as Beertje sets the fastest lap and he's ahead of Rusty. As Rusty drops down to P9. And Gui is in the battle for P10. Let's see, Bob Spahn has now lost up there. Matty's closing in rapidly though on his old teammate. He's now 2.1. It was 3.3 just like 3 laps ago, I think. But let's see some cross lap. It's Danos behind Jeweler as well. Some battles behind. Battle for P16. Danos on fresh tires. Jeweler on all tires. Danos moves up to P16. We got Gui and Chaos fighting. Gui looking to... Oh, make an overtake for P10 is what I want to say. Smith is in. Matty is in. So the leaders are in. Now let's see where they will end up compared to Kieran. Some will unlap himself. Oh, Rosenberg just passed NX6. NX6 made a mistake there. But they come to the softs. That's what I thought would happen. But there's Tonchek and where is Kieran? Let's see. Kieran is fast now as he sets the fastest lap. And here is Smith. Now is Rodo ahead of the both of them. Rodo is ahead of Matty. Is he ahead of Smith? He's going round the outside. More temperature in and Rodo is up to P2 effectively if Tonchek is in. And Bob Spahn right behind him, but Rodo doesn't have any penalties. Smith is on the hard tires. Smith is currently within 6 seconds. That's all he needs to win against Kieran, but he could take it on track. Let's see, Matty's dropped down to P6, Beertjes in P7, NX6 in P8 now, Rusty P9, Gui P10, Inorganic P11, and Stella Henk in P12. As Chaos out of the pits, drops down to P14. Doesn't have any penalties though, so it could jump potentially ahead into the points coming the end of the race, but Big Shrek is 12 seconds behind. Stella Henk there. And Kieran is quickly closing in on Tonchek, but there I think there is another Williams in between who's getting blue flags now. That's Dino, and I think Dino might go in. There he goes. Dino's clearly a lap down then on lap 18 of this race. Kieran not using any ERS, it doesn't have any DRS, but here is Smith for P2 in this race after Tonchek will pit, and Smith is past Rodo. And Smith now up to P3 on track and trying to catch up with Kieran. Has better tires as well. NX6 now up the inside of Razorbeertje. Oh, banging wheels there up the inside. Round the outside goes NX6. Up to P7. He's back where he was before. I don't know what happened there, but a little incident, I think. Someone is in, it's for Killer. I think he hit the wall there. Chaos back up to P14. yeah, putting pressure on the guys behind. Kieran right behind Tonchek, and he's losing a lot of time here. That's track limits as well, as just as a switch to him. Yeah, and look at how quickly Smith is gaining here. Tonchek doing everything to hold up Kieran. I don't know why, but he's going around the outside here, and there he goes. Tonchek is still going strong. He's maybe hoping for a safety car of some sort, as we don't have any DNFs just yet. Tonchek is now going in, but Kieran has a lot of time there. He won't be too happy with that one. And let's see Bob Spun within half a second of Rodo, as everyone now is going back to their positions. Smith with the fastest lap. Tonchek is in. NX6 is in again. I don't know why, but Rossi overtaking Beertje for P6 in this race. Tonchek going to the soft. NX6 will probably also go to the softs, but that does mean that Inorganic now up to P9. Let's see. Matty behind Bob Spun. He will jump ahead of Bob Spun after the penalty. Oh, there's someone goes wide, and that is Frodo. Populair featuring a time penalty. Matty up the inside of Bob Spun. Ooh, almost making contact there. He's following right behind. You can see even Smith up ahead there, and that's who he needs to catch, because that will basically be the fight. But there's still two cars in between who both have DRS. NX6 not going to the soft. Interesting choice. Maybe struggling a lot on tire wear because he's on a two-stopper from hard, medium, medium. As Bob Spun is overtaking Rodo into P3. And Rodo is now dropping down. I didn't expect that, but he's struggling on ERS because you can see the red light flashing ahead. Still very close fights as they're all closing in on Kieran ahead. This is currently the closest battle we have on track. Again, Matty and Rodo, same corner as they touched in the beginning of the race. Will he go up the inside here? He's having a look. Oh, Rodo doesn't leave him too much space, but he's still hanging on in there, trying to do the same as he did with Bob Spun. Oh, Rodo almost losing it there, trying to avoid him, and Matty now passed into P4, which will be P3. Bob Spun is penalty is applied currently. But let's see, Rodo can still follow here. And they're not helping each other, trying to catch up with the guy ahead. 1.3 between Smith and Kieran now. Kieran, oh, this penalty will really hurt him. It might cost him a podium at the end there. But yeah, it's all his own little mistake, as Gui's now right behind. Oh, as Rodo is past Matty again. Matty up the inside. He doesn't want to lose this one. Rodo around the outside. This is a bit like Ocon Perez in real life. Hopefully they don't collide again. But Matty stays ahead this time, and now he can try to create a gap on those fresher tires. Tonchek with the fastest lap. That's some extra point. Now yeah, let's switch to the battle behind. As Beertje has been overtaken by Gui. Gui's up to P7. And the leading Haas currently. Inorganic P9. Very well done. Tonchek will jump up to P10 currently. And that is a good job. NX6 is currently P12 in the final points position. Good evening, Mr. Colin. Yeah, NX6 dropped down to the championship as he felt like he couldn't compete in the Premier division. As Populair retired, and that's the first retirement it is in the pit. And yeah. Oh, and Smitty retired as well. I don't know if they know each other. That with why they're DNFing. No safety car will come out. But Kieran, now under pressure. We lost 2 drivers. Unfortunately, not 19 drivers finishing this race. Kieran under pressure from Smith. But yeah, another McLaren gone. Smithy was a reserve. But yeah, McLaren gone. To be fair, he isn't looking at any points, I think, in this race with only 6 laps remaining. As the top 12 get points. Normally in the championship you would have said that if you just raced you would have gotten points, but this time we got a full grid almost. And we have none of that. But a lot of mixing up in the... We got 7 different teams in the top 7. We got McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin, Red Bull, Alpine. We got... Well, the top 10 is basically different drivers apart from inorganic, because we don't have a Ferrari in the top 10. But apart from that, every team has 1 driver in the top 10. And that is nice to see between the balance. And also interesting to see in the constructors. Jeweler, 3-second time penalty. Jeweler is down in P16. Daniels is into the pit. And so is Jeweler. Will Jeweler retire? Snelle Henk again, 3-second time penalty. And Jeweler speeding in the pit lane as well. A lot of penalties for Jeweler in a short time. But here comes Smith for the lead. Lap 24. And Smith is passed into the lead on track. He would have gained it anyway with the penalties. But let's see if he can hold on. Is NX6 champ reserve? Oh, Jeweler retired in the pits. That's what I thought. So he won't get any points for the Haas then, right? Oh, interesting then. I didn't know that. I thought he was a permanent driver. Oh, we got a virtual safety car. As Dano's retired. Oh, and this is interesting now. Dino's of course a few seconds behind. But will this be a full course safety car? Because if that's the case... Oh, NX6 collision with Jeweler. That might have been coming out of the pits. Because Jeweler is already retired. Oh, GUI 3-second time penalty as well. Track limits then during a virtual safety car. Interesting. A lot of chaos unfolding all of a sudden. We're losing a lot of drivers. Both Ferraris out of this race. Inorganic drive-through speeding under the virtual safety car. Ah, he was in P8. And that will cost him a lot of points then. And will we see Big Shrek maybe getting into the points then? Dino up to P15. He is a few laps down. Rodo's going in. Oh, why is Rodo going in? Same for Rusty. And same for GUI. Inorganic also going in, but there's still a virtual safety car. It could end at any moment. And the question is, will they try to... I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's a... it's a full safety car. Okay. So the game is glitching a bit. Maybe if I press pause and back, it's switched. No, it's not. But this is a full safety car. Oh, and Kieran and Bob Spun will not be loving this one. Tonchek though up to P5 and he will have a great race from here. But Matty and Smith maybe struggling as well. Interesting why Bob Spun didn't pit then, because he would have got his penalty removed and maybe losing less positions than he currently does. GUI then very annoying that he picks up that 3-second time penalty, because this could be costing him a lot of positions. Beertje then in Inorganic he will drop down as well. Because of that drive-through, and it's a shame because he would have been up there. Snelle Henk has penalties. NX6 has penalties as well. Big Shrek has penalties, but Chaos could be in a prime position to take a lot of points then. With only 4 laps remaining. Dino, he is a lap down, I think. But I don't think he has the ability to unlap himself unless that's implemented in the game now. But yeah, Rodo in prime position, they could say that. Yeah, he's on the freshest tires, on the softs. And there is enough time to push forward. Let's see what he can do. Can he win back-to-back races in Season 8, one of them being pre-season. But it is a very exciting twist, and now it's a safety car. Took them some time. Bob Spun still staying out. I wouldn't have done that, because he would lose all these positions. Just go in, and I mean, you're down, but you probably lose less positions than you're staying out. And you're on fresher tires. But yeah, it's an interesting decision. And let's see, Gui will be frustrated. And Organic will be very frustrated with this result, because technically he could have been ahead of Kieran, and that's what he wanted, I think. Yeah, because you can't serve the drive-through during the safety car, and we don't have a lot of laps left after this, but you never know, safety car could create safety car if it goes in. But it will be a very short one then if that does happen, as everyone is catching up to the grid, or to the field. Any final top 3 predictions then? This close into the end. Leaders need to hope for a bit of chaos behind with the fresh tire drivers passing. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, because Matty was looking quite strong here for, well, definitely a P2. He's now under pressure from all the guys behind him on fresher tires. And I know 8 laps old softs aren't that bad, but they will have a lot more wear, and that you will see the difference. Same for Smith. So the top 4 maybe, because Tonček was on fairly fresh tires. I think he was 4 lap old, so that's not a lot. But yeah, Tonček then. Tonček is also in a good position. He's a bit of a different strategy. Yeah, shove the new tire, new guy's tires off is also an option. Or from what I know, when I'm on all the tires and faster guys are behind, they just push you off. But safety car is in. We will have 3 laps of racing to decide the first race of the season, and we will take that first win. At this point it could be anyone. Chaos is looking good for a top 10 finish for sure. Dino couldn't unlap himself. He will be somewhere in the middle of the field. But what will Smith do? When will he go? He's not doing it like Verstappen did in real life, going a bit earlier. Or Piastri, I think, did it as well. He's backing up, and there he goes. Oh, and Matty is awake. On those fresh tires. Or fresher tires compared to better tires compared to Bob Spun. But let's see, who will overtake first? Gui got a big gap. Bob Spun is overtaking Kieran. Matty is overtaking Kieran. And Kieran is dropping that back down to P4 already. A lot of fighting happening here behind Beertje, and Chaos is fighting with Snelle as well. Big Strike up to P12 into the points. And then Inorganic fighting with Gui. As we watch behind, it's contact with the Alpine and the Williams. And that is what the leaders would want to look forward to. Rodo again making contact though with another driver. Up the inside. Wow, Tonček, big move, pushing by it. Rodo struggling. Now Rusty going around the outside of Rodo. No, he can't pass, but this is not what the soft runners need to do. They need to get past as soon as possible, as Matty is up to pass Kieran. And to be fair, Bob Spun is keeping up with Smith. Is Smith struggling on those tires? And does Matty have a shot now at taking the lead? But of course, this is also for a podium fight, because 2 of them have penalties ahead between Rodo and Tonček, with Rusty's right behind, so is Beertje. This will be a big fight. Let's switch to the front for a quick sec. No DRS, probably only available on the last lap, I think. And everyone will be pushing the DRS. We got a bit of weaving going on the straights. But here comes Rodo, using all of his overtake, but so does Tonček. Rodo on fresher tires. Rodo is passed. Now behind. Look at Beertje getting an ultimate speed out of this. And Rusty going around the outside of Tonček. Oh, what a great move. And Rodo now putting pressure. Oh, fighting behind as well. There's someone losing a lot of positions. Beertje is pushed wide by Tonček. NX6 picks up a penalty going wide. NX6 is going for a move. Oh, right behind him there. Will he go up the inside? No, we'll go around the outside of Beertje then. Oh, he's going to make contact. NX6 is into the wall. No, he stays out of it, but he's losing out there. Too much going on right now. I can't really focus. But yeah, Smith and Matty might be safe, but here comes Rodo then. Rodo is currently in P3, but can he catch up to these guys? He will for sure catch them up, but can he overtake them? That's the question. DRS will probably be available on the final lap, but we won't get to use it. Well, only a tiny bit until the line, and that could make a difference to be honest, but yeah. Inorganic has gone in, he's dropped down to P14, unfortunately outside of this points currently. Bircher fighting Tonchek for P7 here. And Rusty trying to get past Rodo, past Kieran. Switching to the front. Let's see who has saved up the most. Come up, Bob Spunk, create some chaos, make a move on Smith. Because you already have the 5-second penalty, you have nothing to lose. Oh, NX6 is out of the race. I don't know what happened there. Rusty past Kieran. Gooey past Bircher. Bircher past Gooey. A lot of fighting going on. Oh, again, contact with the Haas and the Alpha Tauri. And then Big Shrek in the mix as well. Oh, they collide. Oh, they all crash into each other. Teammates taking each other out. And now a lot is going on here at the front. Oh, sorry, I can't keep focus on everything now. There's a lot going on. Yeah. Bob spun, but I think Smith might be safe. We only got like one sector to go. Rodo is right behind them, but not a lot of chance to overtake here. I will quickly need to go through the order at the end because there's a lot happening. Oh, Bob Swan is very close behind. Will he make it like a late... Oh, Bob Swan again, 3-second time penalty. Another crucial thing for him. Some extra 3 seconds. Rodo, oh Rodo! And will Rusty get a podium then? Bob Swan with the DRS. Will it be enough to overtake Smith on the line? No, Smith wins the race. It is Matty in P2. It's Rusty Oil Can, and we can applaud him for that. For sure, the driver of today, I think tonight. P3 for him, and a very well done. Rodo in P4, and he will be very, very frustrated with that at the end. Tonchek, and he might get some extra penalties. Who knows? Tonchek finishes P5. Bob Spun in P6. Chaos in P7. Well, he didn't cause the chaos, but the chaos happened around him to get him a P7. Very well done to him. And yeah, he finished. I need to get the final order there because a lot of it looked like a straightforward race at some point, but at the end, so much things happened. Really can't. Very good race though for the first race of the season, and a very exciting one. I know some drivers would do that, but I won't mention them. But I remember last season, maybe some Merc or Ferrari guys, or well, basically most of them. But yeah, it happens. Alfa Romeos maybe, but it just happens when you're on slower tires. There is the podium then. Two teammates, but this time in different teams. Smith doesn't look too happy with the win. There is maybe he's a bit disappointed, but I don't know why. And indeed, great points for Alpine. That's what we like to see. Hopefully, myself and you, Colin, can get some bit more there. I like this track. Got my only podium last season here, so let's see. But let's have a look at the final results then. If it will show me, hopefully. It says please wait. I know, but I'm waiting on the results. There we go. No, we don't go there. I have not seen this. I don't know what happened. Okay, I will quickly have a look then on the final results on the before it went to the other screen. Okay. I can't really need to wait a bit there. Sorry for the inconvenience there. Okay, so as we said, Chaos finishing 7th, Big Shrek only 67 thousandths of a second behind Chaos there for P7. And I said him, I like Big Shrek, he's done well. P8 there, big points. Kieran, unfortunately, he finishes P9 after those 6 seconds worth of penalties and not going in and staying on the older tires. I'm the only one available now. Maybe I have disconnected, I don't know. It is Snellehenk in P10. It is Pierce P11 after that late contact. Unfortunately, Inorganic though does take 1 point as Gui just finishes outside of the point, same as Dino. But however, I saw someone joining us, and that is Mr. Smith.
Hello.
Hello. It is a win, but were you stressed there at the end?
A little bit, yeah. I didn't run the safety car.
Yeah, I didn't know the safety car was happening actually, because it told me it was a virtual safety car, and I was like, "Wow, this is long for a virtual safety car." And then I saw people going in, and I was like a bit surprised with that mobile. It is a win to start the season. So how does that feel?
It feels great, especially after my terrible start. Went to 4th, straight down to 4th. I've been doing some iRacing, and in the F4s, and you shift up when you start from neutral to first. So I did that, and it's put me straight to 2nd.
Oh yeah, because you start in 1 normally in the Formula 1. So
yeah, so that was a bit of a mistake, and then I think I got a little bit lucky that Kieran got held up behind one of the Williams, I think, when they were in third. Well, I don't know if they were held up necessarily, because technically if they're P1 they don't have to yield, but I saw my gap go from about 6 to 3 in the space of a lap, I think. But I think I had the pace. I think I would have caught up to him, and he did have a penalty. So
yeah, he had 6 seconds worth of penalties. So
yeah, I was also on 1 warning from lap 6. So
very, 1 warning
very nervous
away,
at the
or
end. Yeah, 1 warning away. So after the safety car, it would have dropped me to like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the beginning was at the start. Then apart from the start, but the beginning was very close between everyone, and then you saw some guys collide, and I think one of them is in the chat, so we will ask him about that a bit later. But it was very close fighting, and to be honest, I thought at the end, we said it in the chat, you guys were hoping that the guys on the new softs would create some chaos so you guys could move ahead. Well, it for sure happened. I don't know, you probably watched it back, so
yeah, I definitely will. I saw a few yellow flags popping up and stuff, so yeah, I'll have a look at that. I just want to shout out everyone tonight for a good race, and that top 8 I think was separated by 2 tenths in quali, so that's going to be really exciting going forward. And I know we had a few quick drivers not even racing with us this week, so
it will be very interesting and crucial win to start the season. And well done.
Really good. Thank you.
And then we got the guy in P2 as well. It's Matty.
Hello.
So at the end there, it is P2. But did you think maybe you could catch your old teammate for the win, or was it a bit too far?
If there wasn't 2 cars between us at the safety car restart, we could have had a go. But I think my main concern, when I saw everyone behind me box, I was a little bit scared. So my worry was behind rather than in front.
Oh yeah, and because did you have high tire wear? I saw you guys were on like 8 or 7 lap old softs. I don't know how high the tire was.
They're about 35% by the time the restart happened, so not great.
No,
I was sort of between
not.
doing the medium hard and going medium soft, because I kept a set of fresh softs from quali and gave it a go, and I'm still not sure what the best way to do it is.
Yeah, it looked a bit. Saw some weird strategies. Guys on the hards going in earlier than the guys on the mediums, and I think you guys on the softs did a good strategy. So well, it worked out because you guys finished 1 and 2, and you got P2.
It did. I think track limits are so important here, just to be able to have that barrier to people that do get the penalties.
Yeah, we saw a lot of guys around the top picking up penalties, and when it's this close, you can't really do that. So it's also a skill maybe to not pick them up, because you will see the results.
Try to, that's the plan anyway. This is one of my preferred tracks, so it's nice to have a good one early and then see what comes as the season goes on.
Yeah, and it's a good start, and you're still.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see you guys fighting in the championship. I do have to say though, you had a bit of I think a moment with Rodo. How did that feel? What's your perspective?
Yeah, so I need to look back. I have no idea what actually happened. It was one where I think me and Kieran were basically side by side for a sector and a half. And that was obviously making us much slower than the guys behind who were closing that gap. And then I think we were sort of side by side going round a turn. And then I was just sideways. So I don't know if it was us going slow or what happened, but we'll have to have a look back. But yeah, frustrating at the time, but managed to recover.
Yeah.
So, yeah, still a very good finish.
Yeah, still a very good finish. And I saw you getting more pace in and closing the gaps. And I saw there was also some, I don't know what happened into turn 1 with Bob Spun, the Aston Martin. I saw, don't know if something happened.
I think that was, yeah, I don't think that was anything too serious. We had a good fight actually for quite a few laps, and I think he just understeered. I tried to go for the around the outside, and he just understeered a bit. We sort of brushed side pods, but nothing major.
Oh, nothing major. Okay, yeah. So it's like a short. I switched just about to the moment where you were fighting.
Yeah.
So
no, I think it was.
Probably
costs a couple of tenths each, but nothing. I don't think either of us got any damage from it.
Oh no. Yeah. Well.
Another day.
Yeah, for sure. And luckily it made you. You were still in the race, and you got the P2.
That was the big concern. I didn't have side pod damage.
Oh yeah, that is undrivable in this game. Well, in any game. So, but yeah, well done to you and today, and
thanks,
hopefully...
mate, and thanks for the comms again.
Yeah, no problem.
Another fun season.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
Luke. Really good.
I missed it. It took me some time to do the copying, and again, I always forget these things that they happen because I don't use the game before doing comms.
I'll set a reminder on my phone Tuesday morning. Remind Luke to update.
Yeah, for sure.
I have it all the time. I had it for a race before where it was about half an hour before the race, and I hadn't done an update, and it was going to take like 29 minutes. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it's so stupid that like the downloading takes like 2 minutes, but the copying takes like half an hour, and I tried to search for quick ways to make it faster and faster, and I saw someone make more space in your story, so I quickly deleted the game. Well, I think I still had F1 22 on it, so but it worked. It was a bit quicker, so yeah. Well, if there's another update, I will need to be reminded. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you YouTube back next week as well. I don't know what the track we have, but
absolutely, hopefully in a podium chat.
Hopefully, yeah, it would be nice if you guys will be back, because that means we will have a championship fight between you two.
We can start calling this the Matty podcast.
The Matty podcast. Yeah.
I don't know. He's being too humble.
Deflecting.
Yeah, your guy on the podium looked very humble. He wasn't too happy with the win somehow. Don't know what happened. But
it's Monza next week.
Oh, it's Monza. Oh, okay. That will be interesting with the gaps we have now. One big slipstream.
I'll speak to you in a couple of weeks.
And
yeah.
Public service announcement to any Prem drivers watching: my mediums were on 82% when I boxed.
After how many laps?
17.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting. Yeah, I'm
it
driving
works,
tomorrow,
but it's scary.
Yeah, for sure.
I was on 65. You just got to look after your tyres.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Oh yeah, it's a difficult track on tires, so but yeah, we will see. Tomorrow we will be back though with the Premier Division for our start of the season, where I'm driving myself, and it's my birthday, my 18th birthday tomorrow, so hopefully I get a little present of a podium, like last time out, but I don't know. I don't think that will happen.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Thank you. And but yeah, so make sure to watch that tomorrow and give me some support. Hopefully it will work. Hopefully that doesn't backfire on me. But for now, thank you all for joining us tonight on this Tuesday, and we will be back next week, and hopefully someone will join me in the comms next week. But we will have to see next week. But for now, enjoy the rest of your night or evening or whatever you are doing right now. And we will see you all next time out. Bye bye.